Hello everyone, my name is Dawson Miller, and today I'm going to be talking about exercise, aging, and health benefits. We're going to be exploring exercise guidelines, intensity calculations, MET levels, and fall prevention of the elderly. To begin, we're going to look at exercise for good health. I got all these numbers from the ACSM guidelines. To begin, so we're going to start with at least 150 minutes per week is recommended, and that's of moderate intensity, while 75 minutes per week is recommended for vigorous activities. And this is kind of an either or. You can mix and match these as well, obviously. To begin, so a moderate, so 40 to 59% heart rate reserves, and we're going to talk about how to calculate the heart rate reserve in the next slide, but then the vigorous is 60 to 89% of heart rate reserve. Sessions of 30 to 60 minutes for moderate or 20 to 30 minutes for vigorous are recommended, and this can be a variety of workouts. It can be aerobic, resistance band training, balance, flexibility exercises, and it is also recommended that you gradually increase over time and increase the frequency and intensity if you really want to see the results. So for the heart rate, we're looking at this formula, and I'm not going to talk through that because no one wants to hear that. So I'm going to walk us through an example, and we're going to be using this jacked grandma in the picture. So she's the 65-year-old individual. So she has a resting heart rate of 70 beats per minute, exercising at 60% intensity. So to get the max heart rate, we're going to take 220 minus 65 and get 155. So then the beats per minute is 155 minus 70, which is just the resting heart rate. So then we get 85, and then you take that beats per minute 85 times the 60% intensity, and then you add the resting heart rate back at the end, and that's 121. I know it's a mouthful. It's a lot easier just to look at the formula and figure it out, but there we go. Now we're going to be looking at MET levels and their relationship to health gains. So metabolic equivalent of a task is a MET. So 1 MET equals a resting metabolic rate. So when you're at resting, you can only add to that. So more METs equals more exercise. So for a light workout, we're looking at less than 3 METs. So walking slowly, taking your dog for a walk. Moderate is 3 to 5.9 METs. Brisk walking, biking, could do like a power walk in that, or slow jog. And then a vigorous is greater than 6 METs, so that's running, jump roping, doing extreme cardio, certain types of weightlifting. Those will be accounted in the vigorous section. Next up, we have cardiorespiratory exercise and clinical outcomes. Physiological benefits of regular aerobic exercise. So these are just a few things that you can look at, some metrics that translate into good things. So if you have a device like a Whoop or something like that, you can look at these numbers and they can tell you how you are improving and where you really need to improve. So for an improved VO2 max, this is just you're getting more oxygen delivered to your body and your cells. A lower resting heart rate means a reduced cardiovascular stress, so you want to look for a low resting heart rate. Enhanced insulin sensitivity is better glucose regulation, and reduced blood pressure is lower risk of hypertension. And in this one I used arguably the fastest, not arguably, he is the fastest running quarterback in the league, so it's safe to say that a lot of defenders have to do a lot of cardio while running after him. So now we're going to be looking at the aging effects on fall risk. This is for elderly people. So for muscle weakness, reduced strength and lower limbs. Obviously, as you get older, your muscles aren't going to work the same, and you think that you can do things that you can no longer do, and that's where people can get in trouble. So a balance decline, impaired proprioception and vestibular function. Um, this goes hand in hand. Like my grandma has suffered strokes, and she lost her depth perception. So this is, you just got to think of many factors that can lead into the elderly. Just even bad eyesight in general can cause them to fall. Slower reaction time, delayed response to instability, cognitive decline, affects coordination and movement planning. Regular exercise helps maintain muscle mass, neuromuscular coordination, and postural stability. So I just really encourage the elderly to stay on top of their health and don't let their body just decay if they want to live an active lifestyle past their 70s. 3 categories of fall risk factors. Biological. So this kind of goes with the muscle weakness, the balance decline. This is muscle atrophy, poor vision, chronic illness, right? Behavioral is a sedentary lifestyle, medication side effects. So a sedentary lifestyle is, like I said, these people, they get old and they just kind of stop doing the things that they did to once stay healthy, and that's just going to progress their decline. For environmental, poor lighting, uneven surfaces, lack of handrails, that can obviously just cause for a big catastrophic event. So prevention strategies include strength training, balance exercise, and modifying home environments to fit your needs. And here are my references. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this, at least a few things stuck with y'all today. Have a good one.